Okay, test one, two. Here we go. Nice. Nice, nice. Let's make sure this is rolling. Okay, welcome everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Great to see you all here today. Let's make sure that this is also running. All right, cool. Great, great. Sorry, had a little bit of technical hiccups there this morning, but we are all systems go. Let's hop back to Zoom. Good to see you guys this morning. Oh, we need to get this out of the way. Holy cow, sorry. Whoa, pop-ups out the wazoo. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, great. Wow, that was a lot. Sorry, gang. Good to be with you guys. Good morning. Great to see you all here today. I'm fired up. You ever wake up and you have those days where you're like, oh, we're just full of it. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to talk marketing. Let's talk dream customer, stats, data conversions, whatever it is. It's Wednesday, and that means it's not a champion day. So we can really talk about any topic on any track, either expert or e-com, or maybe just entrepreneurialism in itself. We already have hands across the top here. First, we're going to start with Orshi. After that, we'll move over to Margaret. Beautiful, Mark. I see you as well. If anybody else has a question that you would like to ask, all you need to do is raise your hand inside of Zoom. So at the very bottom of Zoom, you'll see a heart that says react. Click that heart. A physical pop-up is going to show up, and there's a button there that says raise hand. You just click that raise hand button. It raises your hand, and that just lets me add you to the list of people who need help, who want to talk about something. We have the stream all fired up today as well, so welcome in any challengers, anybody who's just taking the challenge as themselves, not a VIP yet, or you might be a past challenger just watching in the live stream. Great to have you guys here as well. Feel free to throw a check-in in the chat. Let me know where you are watching from today. So hands are up. We're going to start with Orshi, followed by Margaret. Let's get right into it. Good morning, Orshi.
Good morning. I hope you are well.
I'm
And
living
again,
the
thanks for
dream.
yesterday. Okay, I sent you
Good.
two emails because I'm waiting for the Facebook guy, but no rush, just letting you know. I have some technical questions today. I'll be super fast.
Cool. Let me give you permissions. Okay. Yep.
Yes.
Great. All right. You're good.
Thank you. All right. First question, again, back to workflows. But actually, I'll just ask my email question because I actually opened my email. I wanted to ask you something.
Okay.
So when Russell sends an email, it shows up here on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Same with other people I follow. The email always shows up on the left. But when I send a broadcast, it always, let me find one of my own. This one, for example, see how it's in the middle? Does this have any significance of any sort? Or it's just like this for.
Not really. This is not something I would be concerned with at all. When I look at email, the most important thing I'm looking at is you have your row columns set to narrow. So this is going to optimize great for mobile. Have you checked your email on mobile compared to Russell's?
Yeah, it's fine. No, I didn't. It
Amazing.
looks fine on mobile, It's just
So I'm
it was
stoked on
weird for
that,
me.
Orshi. I love that because 80% of things happening are happening on mobile. Just in case you guys don't know, the older demographic, the 50 and plus right now, they all view their computers as where they work, their cell phones as where they play. It's completely flipped for people 50 and under. 50 and under, we look at our cell phones as the thing we use to work, and our computers the thing we use to play. So, if you are optimized for mobile, I am ecstatic, and I would never worry about this little differentiation. If you wanted to, you could go into your email and you could set up a mobile and a desktop version, and that's what Russell did. On desktop, it aligns to the left. On mobile, yeah, on desktop, it aligns left. On mobile, it still shows centered and perfect like this. But my personal opinion, which take it for what it's worth, which may mean nothing, my personal opinion, I could care less about this. I'd never be worried.
Okay, amazing. Okay, next question I have for you is that I have some students who joined before I made a workflow for for students. Now I have a workflow that's going so that they are reminded to practice and all these things, but I
Mm.
don't know how to put these students into the workflow without them getting, the original email of, "Oh, welcome to the course."
Okay, sorry, run that back one more time.
Sorry. So I have students who joined so I have students who joined way before I made a workflow, but I do have a workflow for students. I can just open it quickly where first email is, oh, welcome to the course, this is how you use it. Then the next email is, oh, it's been 3 days, did you remember to practice? All these kinds of things, like they
Hmm,
get emails. But I have
great.
some students from the past who aren't in the workflow because I made the workflow after, or before. Yeah, I made the workflow after they had joined, after they had joined. So
Okay,
basically, I
yes,
have
no, I
some students
understand.
from the past who are not inside the workflow, and I don't know how to put them in without them receiving all the emails.
Right, because they joined 3 months ago. You just made the workflow. You don't want to resend them welcome emails.
Exactly.
Correct.
Shit. Sorry, I went to the wrong place.
That would probably
This
just
one.
be, uh-huh. Okay.
So is there any way to put them in here without them, receiving, for example, this, like how to enter the course? They'll be confused why I'm sending these emails.
Well, yes, 100%. We would set up a conditional rule. Click your little gray plus anywhere really quick. Yep. On the right-hand side, we have a conditional split path. Bingo.
Oh,
Great. So now you've split the path, and like technically, you would put this at the very top just below your trigger. It'd be as soon as they enter the workflow, we hit them with a conditional goal step, meaning we're going to set up a rule. Did they do this thing? If yes, then they go down the yes track. If no, they go down the no track. So then we could make the condition, did they purchase this product before this date? So if they did purchase the product before whatever date, then we could route them. Scroll me up a little bit, please. Yes, you could route them just past the email, right? And they would skip this first email step. So it would be a conditional goal. Let me see if I could set it up with you really quick. Remove that goal step. If you put your mouse by no, yes, perfect. Both sides.
this always scares me. I'm like, if I click one, and then will everything go away?
I think the red looks really scary too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go set it up right before your trigger. So, right after your trigger, excuse me.
Okay.
Yes. Conditional goal step, conditional split path, excuse me. I feel like we might have a conditional goal. Let me go check this really quick.
Yeah, it's fine. It's loading
It's just so
anyway.
much easier when I'm looking on my screen. Okay. Okay, so that would be it. And then it would be okay, so we could put the enroll in course and sorry, I think I'm on the right track. Let me just stop your screen share for a quick minute.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll start mine. Okay, are you seeing me here now? Yes, you are.
Yeah.
All right, so what I did was I just went to a workflow, I hit my plus, and now we do have a conditional split, but we also have a conditional goal step. So I'm going to click the conditional goal step, and then we can set it up via a filter. So I can filter via enrolled in course is this course, let's say, right? Your course. So now
Yeah.
I can make an and rule. An and rule means they must meet both of these rules that I'm setting right here. If I set an or rule, then they would have to meet either or. but and rules, this is now two rules they would have to meet. So then I could choose a date time for this, and it would be they purchased, right?
Yes.
We would let me see what's here. Oh, there it is. Created app.
But that would be their contact being created, no?
Yes.
What I
Well,
could do is I could just give them all a tag, a different tag for now, and then I we could do the
and
heralding tag course and
yes,
tag is
yes,
okay.
that is 100% like the quick, easy way to do it. Yes.
Okay, I will do that. I think that's safer as well, right? So
Just
that the wrong people don't get it.
just for everybody else to understand what she's saying here, or she is rightfully saying she can just go to her customers and her contacts. She could then filter her contacts by the people who bought that course on or before a specific date. She could tag all those contacts and then just run those contacts through the workflow or send the right broadcast. Maybe she has two broadcasts she wants to just send out to them on a schedule. She could do that as well. Cool. 100% right. So, what else can we work on?
Okay, and my last question is that I tried to do my pixel setup. It was way I don't understand, and it's fine. But last week you showed me how to do like the UTM and all those things
Oh, yes.
for tracking, but that recording never went online
Was that for
because I
like the
think you
eighth?
had technical problems. Yes.
Yes. Let me hold on. I have it. I just haven't put it back in the YouTube yet. I just said the YouTube, like I'm the older
Yeah, if you have it, then
demographic.
you don't have to show me again.
Yep, I got you right here. Okay. Yes. Yes. All right, I got it. Do me a favor. Just click that link for me and just play the video. I just want to make sure it works. You should see at the top of the video as well. It should say like the date, the 8th, January 8th.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, 3 hours. Wow. That was a long day for you guys. Oh no, because the first hour was the yeah, it works. It works.
Cool.
Thank you so much. I was looking for this. Thank you. Thank you. That's
You
all for
got it,
today.
Marcy. Awesome. Nice stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. Have an awesome day.
You do the same. Okay, Margaret's
Thanks.
next. Great to see you, Margaret.
Likewise, likewise. So did you get that video done for me?
Oh my gosh, sorry, which one?
The video you were going to send yesterday on setting up inside the emails, my emails in the workflow on how to change those dates and times. We're going to put a timer
Oh
in it.
yeah, yeah, the merge tags or the
Yeah,
timers.
yeah. Yes.
No, I'm sorry, I did not, Margaret. I will do that right after this.
Thank you. I just wanted to get that back at the top of your, and I know you were dealing with your son, so I get it.
No, I appreciate that because to be quite honest, I forgot this time. I didn't even I had it in my Fireflies, but I didn't look. So no, that was great. Thank you.
no worries. Okay, so I have a couple of interesting questions. I want to get your, bounce a couple of ideas on you. So
I
this
love
cohort.
interesting questions.
There you go. So the cohort that's starting. So I'm doing two different tracks. I'm not sure how many people are going to be in it right now. They're doing all of the advertising and stuff like that, which is great. I sent them
Right.
a video just saying, hey, come join the cohort. So one is beginners, new businesses, new nonprofits, and the other one are experienced nonprofits. And it really doesn't matter. I'm just for context. So this is technically the grant readiness framework. They're going to learn what that looks like, right? And so I'm like, okay, so what can I sell them? Because I'm really doing this for $9,000 is not a lot of money, especially, if you're going to have more than 9 people in the cohort, right? Because I'm selling it for 997.
Right.
And so, but I'm doing this because we want to do more. They want to do more with me, the actual organization that's bringing me in. And of course, I get connected to all of these other organizations. So there's a method to the madness, right? Um, but I want to be able to offer something more. I want to be able to get them, drive them back to the funnel for something else. And the other day we talked about redesigning the website. So I talked to our web company, our web team. I sent them over an adjusted sitemap. I showed them Russell's website. I said, I don't want it to look like Russell's, but I do like the left-hand menu instead of across the bar because it's clean, clear, and people can just go to what they want. So we're going to do that. And doing it that way, what you helped me with, and thank you, is that you don't really realize all of the stuff you have in your mixed bag until you start pulling it apart and looking at it as a direct way of sales, right? That they don't have to go through all of these other hoops, but they can just get directly to the product and keep going. I'm trying to figure out what could I, even if I have to develop something, what could I offer them that they can come back and purchase so I can get them into the funnel, get them into this process? And I'm thinking maybe a subscription. We do have and I've never talked about this, we do have a fitness center. So we have a portal where we built all kinds of resources and stuff like that, all kinds of links, all kinds of, here's, you can go look for grants here. This for small business and nonprofits. So we probably have over 700 different resources because it's hard to find things on the web as a business owner. That being
Mm,
said, I don't like the plugin that we're using. I told my web designers I hate it. It's Ultimate Membership Pro. It sucks. For lack of a better term, I can't even be any nicer than that. So so we have it and we're looking for something else, but I want to be able to offer something to get them down the bunny trail. And I like the idea of subscription, but I'm open to suggestions.
okay. I have two thoughts as you're talking. The first thought that I have is what's the logical next step for them? You're doing this seminar, I think wisely so, basically at cost or maybe even at a loss to your time, but it gives you the right intel. It plugs into the right people so you can really network so quickly. I think it's super wise. And why? Because you can be like Russell. You can be like Russell, where Russell goes to speak at an event and he doesn't charge anything. He just
Right,
says, "Let me pitch," because they want to pay him 125,000, 200,000, up to millions, which Russell
right,
has claimed, right? But who cares about that? Why would I take 250 to go speak at an event when there's 10,000 people at the event and I could just pitch my own offer at 1997? I'll make way more than 250, right?
right, right.
You do the same. So Russell has basically he has his $2,000 offer. You come do ClickFunnels for a year. Come get an account. Come get all my bonuses and my assets and all the tools and things that you need to actually get your success. And then when they come into that and they do that thing, the next thing he pitches is certification, right? It's like, hey, now that you built the funnel, do you want to learn how to build funnels for others? Do you want to get really good at this? Do you want to hone and craft this skill? And that's a $10,000 program that he brings people into. So you could easily do that very same thing. This is your stage that you speak on. You speak to people, and then they get to come in on one of your packages, right? Do you know, is that company going to let you pitch? Like, how many
Yes.
days is the event or live?
Okay, so we're doing separate days. So I'm doing a total of 8 hours. Okay.
Over
One
how
of
many
them,
days?
so yes, one, two, three, four per cohort.
Cool, easy. Pitch day is day three for you then. If they allow you to pitch, then pitch day is day three, where you just run a perfect webinar. You run the webinar that you're crafting and making right now, right? And this event, correct me if I'm wrong. Let's look value ladders. Um, you have the webinar product that you're promoting, and that's a 2000-ish dollar product, right?
Right. Well, two products, right? The 997 do it yourself, and then do it with you is a 2997.
Correct. So these people coming in that you're doing the cohort for, are you teaching them what is a step down? Like
Um,
in their journey, or are you teaching them the things that if they were to pay $2,000, they're already learning that stuff this week?
Correct. So they're learning. either they're learning exactly what I'm going to teach in the grant readiness framework, whether they're DIY or DWY. So they're learning that. So they're not going to need that.
Cool. After we do something like this for someone, like for somebody like you, creditrepaircloud.com. I'm going to put this in the chat. Creditrepaircloud.com. They use funnels to power their business. And they're a multi-two comma club winning business. And what they do is literally perfect. They bring people in where they can get their credit repaired. They provide the service for the people, just like you get people prepared to get grants.
Right.
Then, once they teach the people how to repair their credit, they then sell them the opportunity. Hey, now that you know how to get yourself out of debt and how you can repair your credit, we can teach you how to teach this to other people, and you can turn this into a business. So you could do the same thing here. Many people in your space, the services type space, many people structure their offers that way. They give people the results, and then they literally give them the opportunity for a business, and that's a 10K program.
Okay. Okay.
So just an idea. The
Yeah.
other way that we would run that, way less commitment, way less work. You hit the nail on the head. A subscription. You also have a magazine, yes?
Yes, I do. And we're
I
redesigning
mean,
that. So yes, we're going to have a refresh. It'll be out this quarter. So we're excited about that.
so
Yes, the
Margaret,
magazine.
you're wild with it. Every single time I talk to you, you say, "Well, I didn't tell you this yet, but I also have this thing." Tomorrow, I'm expecting you to come in and say, "I also have horse stables and 100,000 acres." Like, geez, Louise,
Right, right,
it would
right,
probably, when you get to be somebody like yourself, a serial entrepreneur for years, you've done so many things, you've created so many things, you
right.
have so many assets. Honestly, it does get to a point where it's really difficult to like even know what you have. You would probably do really well to take a whiteboard one day, and you might have to do it over a week span as everything hits, right? But list out all of the assets that you have, whether they're paid or free. Like whether you might not even look at it like an asset. You might just have something hit your mind and be like, man, I did this call 7 years ago and it was just amazing. If I can get that call recording, I can turn it into notes and I can turn it into like a PDF that I give, right? You would do so well. Steve Larson went through this. This is like 6 years ago, something like that. He started doing his own thing. He had great success. So then he started being a serial creator and just creating offers and things and assets and things. And then he had to take a step back and he had to look at all the things he had, and he did it with his team, and he had like 78 offers that were currently out in the marketplace, and I had no idea. He found a bunch of ads
Right.
running that didn't need to be running, any all the stuff, right? Happens to everybody. You'd probably do really well to just whiteboard it out and have all of your things, and then if you made quick descriptions, Margaret, I at this point in the world, I would be feeding that into an AI, either ChatGPT or Claude, and I would let it know all of the assets and resources and offers that you have in your business, because it now you have kind of a brain mind and you'll be able to use
Right,
that thing
right,
anytime. And it's
right.
once it sees what you have, it can get really, really creative. Anyway, you hit the nail on the head. Subscriptions, assets you already have, things that you're already doing that I can just add people into. And maybe even it's a bundling of things. Maybe it's the newsletter and you said fitness center is what you just shared with me,
Right.
right?
It's a small business fitness center. And just for context, in 2020, in the pandemic, I was a director for the Small Business Development Center for one of the largest counties in Silicon Valley. And one of the things that I saw was, man, all of the businesses, small businesses that were going out of business. And because a lot of them were storefronts, they didn't have media assets. I've been in the media world for 30 plus years. And so I created an ecosystem. So what you're saying, that list, I created an ecosystem, says, okay, this is the nucleus. And so we've got this, we got this, we got radio, we got Small Business Concierge Magazine, we've got, all of these different things. And I like the idea of a subscription because the magazine, we can give them, they could be invited to be a contributor, right? They could get a listing in the directory. They could get certainly ad space and all of that. So there's a lot that we can do there for that. Or even with the radio, we could. I try not to give too many people access to the radio, so because it really costs a lot of money to be on the radio and to come on the show and stuff like that and ad space and all of that. I could figure out something with the network, but that's I kind of stay away from that because if you get too many people, you run out of time. I mean,
Yes.
radio is time, and so
And you have to protect your listeners, right? God
right.
forbid you just start selling ad space. I've seen so many
I
people
don't
do
do
it,
that.
Margaret.
Yes.
Yeah, right. It's like, ooh, I can sell ad space on my radio show or on my podcast. Same thing. And
Yeah.
they
No.
go have any, yeah, exactly. Now nobody's listening anymore and it's done. And we
Because you
don't
don't
want,
know who you're getting. We vet really hard when it comes to putting people on national radio and all of that. That's like a no-go,
okay, so
So
that's a part of your business that you share with people. You're going to generate fans out of this. There's people that are going to go follow you on all of your socials. You're going to have your website, and you should also have like a link in bio funnel that has a couple free resources and maybe a link to your webinar registration, right? If somebody just Googles Margaret Jackson and they want to, that's a thing amongst the youth, link in bios, right? That's how we look for things. Click the link in the description, takes me to a page where I see all these things. I choose what I
okay.
want. So you should have a link in bio funnel as well. But that radio spot is something that people should know about, but is so coveted. And the right people you get to have
You get
on.
access to it. Okay.
Exactly. And you charge them that premium because you have an amazing show with amazing listeners that they want to be in front of. So you're
Right,
selling that
right,
only to the coveted people by making it more illustrious and making it harder to get into. The right people are going to want to advertise on it even more. But that's something that comes
right,
aside, right?
right, right,
It's for the right people in the right time.
right. Okay.
Just to recap, because I'm sorry, my mind was going as you were explaining all
Right,
that.
right, right, right.
You have two opportunities. You're doing the grant readiness program for these people. You can either sell them the opportunity, or you can sell them the done for you service. You might want to say on day 4, like, hey, there's some of you
Done for
right
you
now.
service. Okay, I didn't think about that.
There's some of you guys right now that are probably saying, holy cow, I've made it this far. I understand, but where am I going to find the time to do that? You're probably running multiple businesses. You're probably doing this, and it's just something you really want, but you don't have time for. And I understand that. I would love to offer you done for you services, and you would pitch just done for you. Um, Again, another like $10,000 program, 7,900, something like that in that price, or
It
maybe
would be
even higher.
much more than that. I mean, I do it
Oh,
now for like $14,000 for because it's so much work. It's just ridiculous. It's too much work. And I'm trying to get away from doing a bunch of one-on-ones. And I think it was Orsi who talked about that yesterday. And that's the thing for us that are coaches and consultants and trainers. You just have so much time in a day. It's just I'm trying to get my time back. And so doing group, I love the idea you said yesterday, group coaching. That's fantastic. Like maybe a VIP group coaching for each one of the cohorts, separate cohorts though, one for an expert track because they're at a different level. And then, for the new beginners, and they've not been doing it a long time, maybe we have it's still a VIP for them, but for their levels. Does that make sense? Like a
absolutely.
VIP early stage
Well, that's where
nonprofit.
challenges come in, right? The next problems that you hit are problems of scale. You want to get away from done for you services because you're the one doing the done for you services.
Right.
But if we hooked you up with a team in the Philippines that you could just slam people over to and you could pay them $1,500 per thing and you're netting the rest on profit, you'd more than happily do that, wouldn't you? So,
Yeah, I would, but I would challenge you on the art of grant writing and responding, really responding because and people are trying to use AI and I'm just laughing like, yeah, good luck with that.
yes.
So
And it's hard to replace your brain. You hit the
right.
bottleneck of
It's hard
scale.
to replace human touch. Human touch is about you getting money on emotion, right? And helping some community. And so so I would probably
Yes. And
not
and
do
the
it that way.
reason
It'd have
you
to
can
be something
charge
else.
$14,000 for your services, and the reason people want to have you come run their challenges and cohorts for them and be their attractive character is because you know what you're doing and you're
Right,
doing the thing every single time. That's
right.
the bottleneck of mass producing your product,
Right,
which for
right,
people like you, coaches, creators, consultants, you are the product. So now
right,
I have to teach somebody, I have to train them how to have my brain. And it's like, okay, well, that would take more time than it would even benefit me of, right? Like, I need 10 years. I need this. Like, I have to find the perfect person. There is an art to training people for sure, but like, you don't want to go down that track. And I totally hear you on that. I
right,
totally
right.
understand. So, if that's the move, then it's subscriptions. It's 100.
Subscriptions.
Can we have a $97 a month newsletter?
I
Or
love that. I love that.
right.
Yeah.
Can we maybe bundle the magazine and the fitness center? And can we have like $127 a month, maybe? That gives you a whole slew of perks and bonuses and rewards and opportunities, right? Can we make a nice, sexy offer for what is a fairly low price point?
Yes, I agree with that. $97 to $127. And they can do that. And they feel like they get access because in the fitness center, I'm doing videos, I'm doing, and you can't, no one can get, you have to be in it to be able to get access, like, going into ClickFunnels to be able to get access to these videos and all of that stuff. So I think that's perfect. I
I do
think that
too.
works. I didn't think about that. Subscriptions, newsletters, fitness center, magazine, and some luring those that would be great candidates for the show and stuff like that, because that's a huge market size that they would have access to.
It absolutely is. And then, so great. Now, day three, you have a 4 day event. So day three is your pitch day. Uh,
Okay.
and and that is pushing them back to your funnel, right? So now we're
Right.
talking funnels here again. Our funnel, our order form sells our flagship product, right? That flagship product is the main thing that we are selling for people to get to my upsells, for people to buy or do anything on that page. They have to at least take my flagship product. That is your core offer that you're making here. Be it just the newsletter, or be it just the fitness or bundle, whatever this thing is that you're going to make and present, that is your flagship product.
Okay.
From here, we can also have bumps. In this capacity, I do not recommend multiple products. I recommend one product, one choice, yes or no, that's it.
Okay.
You can add in ClickFunnels, you can add multiple products. Like if you wanted to make a 3 month subscription, a 6 month subscription, maybe like if you wanted to make a biannual and save 20, we can do all that. But in this case, your customer is so targeted, they're so specific, and you have them in a challenge, which challenges are amazing. They allow you to build the know, like, and trust between you and the customer. They allow you to really build up a lot. So offering a $97 product, I imagine is going to convert out the wazoo.
Right.
Um, you make your flagship, just give them one choice and just make it a monthly subscription, cancel anytime,
Okay.
because we're going to have our upsells, and we need to think about our upsells because you're doing the right thing. You're taking your customers and putting them back to a funnel. So we have our flagship product. On top of this, you could have a bump.
Okay.
So, and you can add a bump here. In this case, I think it'll be perfectly fine. Now that we look at that, well, maybe we just what's your magazine subscription price?
Right now, I mean, we put that, if there's no price on it. Okay, so, and there's a reason for that, for small businesses to get access to information that's going to help them scale and grow, right? So they go out and they can get that. So they may pay for their ads or to be a contributor and we do vet those hard as well, to be a writer, contributor. We check for
Okay, so you
plagiarism
have
and
a
all of
you
that.
have a you have a you have a magazine.
Right.
Free for everybody. It's a lead generator for you.
Right. Now we are going to start charging for it this year, but
Don't.
probably
Don't,
not for the
Margaret.
online version. Probably not for the online version. For the hard copy version, we're going to take that into travel hubs. So the only place hopefully you'll be able to get it is like in Hudson Bookstore. So it's not, my head is crooked. I hate that, hate a crooked hat. So So it will be, unless you get the online version, which I like to keep that free. And then the printed version only in, and we've been vetting this for the last few years, Hudson Bookstore seems the best place
What do
to,
you charge for a Hudson? What does it cost in store?
about 9.99.
Oh wow, I wonder, have you ever tried doing like a rebate? Do a 9.99 rebate, a mail-in rebate where they can get that book from Hudson Bookstore completely free if they give you their name, email, and phone number.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
You could
But
also
but the
do
cost of the magazine, it's expensive to get printed. So
Oh,
and
I
we print
bet.
at
So
a
here's what I'm thinking, Margaret. Leave the magazine free and leave the physical copy 9.99 in the store. You don't have a platinum version, do you? Or a gold or a platinum or a diamond, do you?
no.
Could we make that? You have a free lead magnet out there in the world, which is basically like a free email sequence,
Okay.
essentially, which many people have. Hey, join my list and learn how to this. I'm entering an email sequence. Join my weekly newsletter where we dissect this. I'm entering an email sequence, is all I'm doing. So that's what you have. Leave that. Why don't we make a platinum version? Where then you
Okay.
do a deep dive on all the topics and maybe you show some implementation on top of that, right? Like
Nice,
in the
nice.
normal version, you talk about this topic and how it relates to grant readiness and business and small business. But in the platinum version, you go in and show people exactly what this thing is
Yeah,
doing,
that's awesome. That's
exactly
awesome.
the 5 different ways that once you do this thing, here's the 5 avenues that you get and how to know what avenue. It's just going a little deeper on the topic, just a little more. That's what Dan Kennedy did
Right,
for
right.
all of
I like
his
that.
newsletters.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
I like that.
amazing.
Yes, I like that. And you got a lot of great ideas. I knew that if I threw it at you, you were just gonna go totally, crazy, which is fantastic. It gives me a lot to work with. And I do think, last question,
I'm
I
sorry,
think,
before we go on to that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just been hitting my mind so much. You could also make a private community. Instead of Platinum just being the newsletter itself, you may want to make Platinum members get added to a private community as well, where they could ask questions to you and correspond with you. You're selling access as a course owner, as a creator. You charge more money for heightened access to yourself. Right?
yes,
So
yes,
you
yes.
could also make that a private community where they get a VIP or a platinum subscription. They get a place where they can talk to you. You go live and answer questions sporadically, just like pouring into your people, right? And they also get to now speak and be in a group with like-minded individuals all on the same track. It's how to stay on the cutting edge of small business.
I
Like,
love that. I love that. Now, that private community, would I do that in schools? What is it? I see
yes,
some schools are,
right,
some
right,
schools
right now I would. Uh, right now I would, but you may find better options in this year.
I get it. Okay, I'll be
But
looking for
start,
those.
yes, if you want to do that,
We
start and
picked
you
up on
can.
that. Okay, yeah, we'll be looking for those.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
I get it. I get it. I
But if you
understand.
want to start right now, yes, I would start just start with school. You'll be fine to start.
Okay, so last question on in terms of, I think the the company that's bringing me in, the guy that owns this organization that brought me in, I think, could I offer him, give him an opportunity to be an affiliate, so everything that I do sell, he gets 30% of that.
I I wouldn't do that for him. You're already giving him a tremendous amount
Okay,
in doing these classes and calls and doing them for such a low price point, right?
right.
You're giving him the thing that he needs, the showman, the knowledge, the expertise, the tools, the resources. You are giving him an offer that he can be a marketer and run ads and traffic to. You are giving him a tremendous amount. In this case, right now, if you were, I think it's a great idea. I would, week one, first shot, I would definitely not. I would pitch day four. I would do it all by myself. You're going to probably have great success at a $97 price point. You're probably going to convert really, really, really well. And he'll see how well you converted. And then you could go to him and say, hey, as I want to do these. And I wouldn't, okay, here's what I would say. You're doing so much for this guy, Margaret. I wouldn't give him any more monies or any more commissions until
Okay.
either he tells you, hey, no more pitching, or your relationship ends and you still want to put a claw in him and get some more leads and monies out of him.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
And then when that time comes, I'd probably offer when that time comes, yeah, 20-30% would be fantastic. And again, he'll have an offer that he can run traffic to, which he
Right.
would want at that point.
Okay.
If you wanted to make an affiliate program that you could just reach out to other guys like him after this, and you could send a simple email, right? Hey guys, Margaret here. So for the past 3 months, I've been doing this amazing course, this amazing training, this amazing thing with this group of people. We've been helping small business owners change their lives and their future, and it's been amazing. And now I'd like to offer you an opportunity. Over the past 4 months, we've made a pitch every single week to this product. We've closed at this astonishing close rate. And over this data period so far, our churn rate is an astronomically low number. This is an incredible offer, and I know you're making an incredible movement and trying to do incredible work for incredible people. So I'd love to offer you an opportunity to come present this. You just click this button down below, register as an affiliate for me, and you're going to generate 30% commissions on every single sale that comes in through you.
Okay. Okay. So now could I put this $97 offer in my current funnel, place it like we did everything else? Because I just feel like I'm just iterating, right? And adding it to it so we have the link and we can do that. That's perfect. This is like
That's how value ladders go. We're getting it. I love this. We're getting it. You have a funnel
yeah,
here, and this funnel here sells a flagship product, but it might have as an upsell a product from down below a step. You might also pull in the one of your upsells from this other step, right?
right.
That's your product ecosystem. And yes, you can and should have multiple products being sold in multiple funnels at multiple different steps in that value ladder. 1,000,000%.
Nice, nice, nice. Awesome, awesome. Right now, I'm just sticking everything in the grant readiness framework funnel. So wherever we can place it, that's fine. All right. I've took up so much time. You've given me so much great information.
I'm actually not done, Margaret. Do you have a
Oh,
couple more
okay.
seconds here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're still talking funnels. So you can
Yes,
have
with
your
the
flagship product and you can also have a bump. I think personally, if you were going to do a $97 flagship, I think a great bump would be $7 to $17. You could also try the 27 or the $47 price point, but at that point, the bump is nearly half of the product price itself. And
right,
I would want the bump to be more of the 15 to 30% of the price, probably more like 15. And I'm terrible at math, but I think the $7 to $17 price
right.
point
That it would be
lines
in
right
that
up
range.
in there.
Yeah,
Easy, simple decisions, right? Because how flagship products and funnels work, my funnel is only talking about my flagship product, like my order form and even a sales page that comes before that. I'm never talking about my bumps. I'm never talking about my OTOs. I'm only marketing my flagship product. That's the hardest yes to get. That's the yes I need for them to get into
right,
my funnel.
right,
So we like the bumps to be easy, no-brainer decisions. And we don't want them to be products that they need to get the result from your flagship. It can enhance the result, but it's not like they need to get the result, right?
right,
So a bump hasn't hit me yet in this. Dante I knows everything I know about bumps. Anyway, when you come up with your flagship is a great time to then come up with your bump. But I want you to think about this beforehand, right?
right.
Because once you have this offer laid down, then you just go make the funnel around the offer. Like that's how
Right.
Russell does things. Russell has the idea, he shoots the video, he names the thing, then he makes the offer, then he builds the funnel. And typically,
Yes.
as he's building the funnel, that'll unlock a tweak or two in the offer that we want to start with. It's so much easier to build.
Right. Okay.
So we got
Perfect.
to think
Perfect.
about our bump, and then upsell one. I want you to have an OTO one as well.
Okay. Okay. One time offer. Okay.
Yes, at least an OTO one. You can have two OTOs. You could have an upsell, you could have a downsell, you could have two upsell. We could have all sorts of stuff, but I want to have at least one more upsell. So order form has two products, flagship and order bump. OTO one has one product, whatever that one upsell is. You might sell just the newsletter at $97, and then OTO one would be like the VIP upgrade for that newsletter.
Right. Right. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, just long as I could get them in, and then because they could, be long lasting, customers around the grant readiness, everything, so
Of
okay,
course.
perfect. Thank you.
You got it, Margaret. Super great questions. I love those interesting questions.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Dreamin is next. Dreamin, thank you for your patience. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome. How can I help?
My question is about the Facebook advertising.
Okay,
My
great.
personal Facebook profile, it seems restricted to an old business manager.
Okay,
Because I earlier had a business account called Digital Heart LLC.
okay.
And whenever I try to create a new page or an ad account, it redirects me back to that entity only. So is this a meta level limitation?
Let me
And
see.
how do I overcome it? Should I share my screen?
Let me just search really quick.
Because if I do Facebook business.facebook.com/create, it takes me to that page only.
Mhm. Okay. Cool. And I even have a doc from right here. Okay, Dreamin. Let me share my screen with you very quick. Uh, so just so you guys can all see what I did here, I literally went to Google and I typed it in and I found multiple ways to do it. And then right here, Facebook has a doc. So I'm going to share this doc with you, but I wanted to show my screen because also when you go into this Facebook doc, Facebook is actually trying to provide actual real good support now. So feel free to go click this get support button and you're probably going to be able to talk to somebody and they might be able to just delete that account. But end of the day, no, this is not a limitation. There are multiple ways for you to remove yourself. Uh, Again, if you just go to Google, I'm going to put this link in the chat for you. Turns out this help doc doesn't have a whole bunch on it, does it? But it does give us access to get support, which is why I wanted to get it to you. Then let's go back here and I can just share this exact Google search with you. Cool. So if you click that Google search link in the chat, that'll literally pull you up to my exact Google search and you can get that account removed.
Okay. And my another question is,
Sure.
should I use payment AI or Stripe? Like what yesterday I was watching Russell's tutorial and now I'm confused. Should I use payment AI or Stripe?
Great question. The choice is yours. Payments AI. Think of Payments AI like a payments orchestrator. Just like an orchestrator orchestrates the band, he keeps everybody in time and in tempo, crash the cymbals, hit the horn. That's exactly what Payments AI does. So if you want, it's super powerful and it gives you better rates. By using Payments AI, you have lower rates than Stripe is going to charge you. If I don't remember them off the top of my head right now, it's been a while, but if Stripe charges 2.5% on transactions, using Payments AI will get you like 2% or 1.5%. So Payments AI helps you get lower rates in Stripe, but it also, the real power and bonus and benefit from Payments AI is the orchestration, how it allows you to set up and have so many other powers on your payment gateways. For instance, do you know what a MID is?
No,
MID, a MID.
no, I don't know.
Okay, it's a merchant identification deposit, something like it's basically a bank account. So inside of Stripe, people set up multiple mids. And we do this because if I start getting chargebacks, I can close down that mid, that bank account that I'm getting chargebacks on, and I can go to another, and I can go to another, and then I can go to another. That way, I'm not just having one Stripe bank account. That's really actually dangerous, gang, just in case we don't know. It's really dangerous to just have one Stripe bank account because let's say you promote an offer and something goes wrong with your delivery or fulfillment. Your business makes a mistake, right? It's your fault. Some people start charging back, people start refunding. If you only have one account, now that one account is taking all of that, all the chargebacks, all the refunds. And if that happens too much, Stripe shuts you down. So instead of just having one account, we have many mids that we can always turn on and off. That way we can mitigate the damage and not have our payment gateways shut down. So by using Payments AI, you can set up automatic rules that when if chargebacks or refunds start coming in, immediately switch to this mid, switch to this mid, switch to this mid. That way you don't have to be awake at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, whenever the thing happens. Does that kind of make sense?
You said if we can set up multiple rules, then we can switch to multiple mids.
That's just one of the powers of Payments AI. Another really cool thing about Payments AI is let's say it's called payment dunning. Payment dunning. Let's say, where are you located, Dreamin'?
New Jersey.
Okay, great. So let's say you are running your business, your LLC is in New Jersey, but from Europe, somebody from Europe wants to buy your product, right? They go to your order form, they try to buy your product, but the bank flags it and says, nope, that's a weird purchase. We're not going to let it go through. Your customer's bank. You can have rules in Payments AI that are called payment dunning rules, and you can have it now. Oops, that payment failed in New Jersey. Try it in Colorado. Failed in Colorado. Try it in Florida. Failed in Florida. Try it in Europe. Oop, green light in Europe. This is called payment dunning, and people that add payment dunning to their payments AI typically see a 20 to 30% increase in their payment processing and their retention of customers. So, payments AI is a payment orchestrator. It is unbelievably powerful. You can use it for anything and everything, and it gives you a lot more than you just get naturally with Stripe. However, you do not need to use it. You can also just have a direct Stripe integration. If you wanted to, let's say, start with a direct Stripe integration and then bring in Payments AI later when you learn about all that and really need it, you're welcome to do that also, Dreamin'.
Is there somewhere a documentation where I can read about these MIDs and all those things, what the benefits it has, how it processes the payment? Because what you said
Okay,
makes sense, but I want to know more about it.
great. I love that mindset because you should. This is all super important. I'm going to put some stuff in the chat for you. Um, right. And let's just take that exactly. Okay, so that is Stripe mids. Um, okay, so I actually just put some stuff in the chat for you, Dreamin'. Payments AI. Oh, come here. Bingo. Lastly, Lastly, I'm putting a link in the chat, docs.paymentsai.com or docs.payments.ai, excuse me. That brings you right to the Payments AI docs. And there's a tremendous amount of information about all the tools and things you can do right inside of Payments AI. Excuse me. Stripe also has their own docs. I can find that for you really quick and include it. Oops. Bingo. I'll put this link in the chat. It's for the Stripe docs. So that'll link you to the docs. What I would really probably recommend that you do from here is I would be YouTubing stuff. Personally, I find it a lot easier to learn this stuff when somebody's like speaking and I have some
Yeah.
sort of visual aids. So this is again though, this is just how I learn. So please take it for what it's worth, Dreamin'. It may be worth nothing to you and you may learn differently. I like to look at a doc, have kind of an understanding about the thing a little bit, and then I go watch a video. But there's a lot to learn on payment gateways. I think that's a great place to start. But YouTube is going to be your great friend here. And then feel free, dream and hit as many hurdles as you can, bring as many questions as you need, and I'll be happy to answer those and tie up any loose ends.
Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure. How else can I help today?
My questions are done because I'm still working on it.
Okay, that's perfect. You're doing amazing, Dreaming. Great work. All right, nice. To round us out, we have Mark. Good to see you, Mark.
Good to see you as well, Dante. Thanks for taking my question.
Always a pleasure.
You helped me a little with the funnel, and I'm trying to launch, or not launch, but do my next webinar on the 22nd of January. So I'm running ads, and I just want to, I guess, just want to get your advice. So far, I'm not getting much in terms of conversion,
Okay.
and I realize you're not the ads person, but I guess I'm not getting the clicks I was hoping to, and the signups that I was hoping for as a result. So I'm just kind of wondering if I can get some input from you on some of
Oh yeah,
that.
100%. 100%. Ads is my weakest area for
Sure.
sure. I got an ads guy a while ago, and that was the worst thing I ever did. Right now, I can be lazy on it. Anyway, I know what we should be looking like. So, have I explained to you the where does the water stop yet?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, as I'm looking at stats, as I'm looking at my data, I like to look at it like a staircase going down, and I
Of
have
course.
water cascading down, and it's just simply where does the water stop? So I think
Yep.
what you're saying in this case, the water's stopping on the ad. Ad's not
Correct.
getting enough clicks. I'm not getting enough people really even to the funnel. And then of the people that are going, funnel
Well, that's
clicks are
not
down
entirely
too.
true. There are some that are going to the funnel.
Okay.
I've got a little bit of noise because I had a buddy go in and purchase my SLO and do he purchased it 3 times because I kept getting tripped up where and this may have been part of my problem, but he was like, Mark, when I click to this, I get nothing. I get a blank page. It says page not found. And so I fixed all of that.
What was that like from the ad? I
But
click the ad and I go to page not found.
yes. Matter of fact, you helped me do set up split testing on it and get the right link into the ads and that sort of
I
thing, right? I don't know if you remember
remember.
that or not. Okay. Um, so again, like I said, there is a little noise in there, but I'm not getting the conversions through it. So that's what I'm hoping to hopefully resolve a little bit of.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and share your screen. Let's take a look.
All right, all right. I think John Parks is doing a call now. Is going to ask on the ad side how I can get more effective on the ad side. And I do have some
Well, when you
other
say on the ad side, that there's
questions
two
for
real
you.
things. We have the tech of the ad side, like how much am I spending on the ad? What type of ad is it? What's my targeting on this ad? We have that stuff, but we also have the creative side. And the creative side, I think, is probably what we're going to be looking at the most. That creative side is,
Lots
what
of
is my ad?
myths
Is it a
on
video?
firing bullets, not cannonballs.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I think I lagged out.
Sorry, say that again.
I think I lagged out for that whole thing. Can you hear me? Oh no, can you hear me? Can
Yeah,
anybody
I
hear?
got you. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. I hear you now. Okay, so
Okay.
anyway, I was just saying on the ad side, there's two sides to that, right? You have the tech, the targeting, the money spent, the type of ad, you have all that, and then you have the creative. And we're probably going to be diving a little more into the creative itself. Is this a video or an image? What is the copy that I have? What's the call to action on my ad itself? So we'll definitely take a look at that. Nice. Okay. Okay. And we're looking at, okay, last week basically. Okay, and there's your buddy who made 3 sales, 3 purchases. Okay, and then we'll include that. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of movement on the funnel. It's too early to really
Yes,
put
up
a number
here.
on it. Yeah, but we are getting movement between the pages because you got people going to your thank you. And as I look at the page, I'm always looking at my uniques. The uniques is the one time you have two categories here, correct? All and uniques. The uniques is the one time
Yeah.
visit the person makes to the page. In your friend's case, he made 3 purchases. He visited that thank you page because you said you're slow. Slows we sell on thank you pages. So he visited your thank you page 3 times, at least, bare minimum. He would be recorded
Hmm.
one time as a unique. Any other visit to the page would be recorded as an all. So the uniques always give us my
Got
one
it.
two number. I'm pretty much always just looking in uniques. So cool. A little bit of movement on our funnel. I like to see that. Let's go look at your ads now.
So there's my ad manager.
Got it.
Um,
Mark, just for bandwidth, I'm going to stop your video as well as mine.
yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Okay, great. So we have our campaign, our ad set, and we have 2 ads in that. All right. Mm-hmm. Let's start looking to the right, please. First off, I'm sorry, go back left. I jumped the gun a little bit. I'm looking at your delivery, which is right here. Correct. You are still in learning mode. I think you've heard Trey over the past couple weeks talk about this, have you not?
A little. I know it's supposed to eventually get out of learning mode, but yeah.
Yes, it's eventually supposed to get out of learning mode. We want to do everything that we can to really help prompt it out of learning mode. So on the ecom side of things, we're looking to try and spend $150 a day for 7 days. Of that, of course, we're getting conversions and we're getting sales. But what we're really, the best way to get Facebook out of learning mode is to get 50 conversions over 7 days. Once you do that, Facebook really knows your customer and the algorithm just takes off like a rocket. You're spending about $10 a day, which is okay to start. I'm not against that at all, especially in the early on stages of getting metrics and getting data and trying to test and figure out what's working before we go crazy. So I'm not at all against that, but we are in learning mode. And when you're in learning mode, your Facebook is just not going to be performing at the level it does when you get out of that.
Okay.
Cool. So now that we see that, I can look and I can see you've had impressions. You have 900 or 2,700. And it looks like we have roughly the same spend on both. So right now, I'm much happier with your bottom ad. Just looking at simple stats. Let's go, keep going to the right, please. Okay, you're running this with an end date. Typically, we don't want to have an end date. We want to just have it running indefinitely, and we're either putting more money into ads or less money into ads. But when we put an end date on our ad, basically Facebook looks at us like, oh, they're going to stop spending money with us, and they don't give us the best stuff that they should. I would remove that end date personally.
Okay.
Nice.
Well,
We
then
want
can I ask
Facebook to have trust and confidence in us in this day and age. Even if we're just
of
spending
course.
$10 a day, we want to spend $10 every day without fail. Facebook sees that and it's all signals to the algorithm. Oh, this person is spending consistently. Give better, do more, keep them on.
Okay.
When we have like when you see people spin up a $5 a day campaign for 3 days on a brand new business manager that's in learning mode, unfortunately, you're just not going to get the results we're looking for.
Got it.
Cool. Nice. Your quality ranking is average and above average on the one below. So we're definitely going to take a look at that image that you made, that image ad. That's fantastic so far. Let's keep looking at stats though first. Cool. Our conversion rate, they're showing low, and I'm not really seeing any stats yet. That's because we're in learning mode. That's because we don't have the data. I can't really see a click-through rate. But it looks like you made these. Okay, I think I see how you made these ads. Let's go look at your bottom ad. Can you edit that ad for me? Correct.
Well, you helped me
Correct.
make it. Maybe not you directly, but you and your AI
Dante
did.
I, we love that.
Yes.
Did he make the image?
No, it did. I used ChatGPT for the image, but
Cool.
the as far as the copy and the basic thought process
Mhm.
behind that image, Dante AI helped me with that.
Amazing. Love that. Let me just get Dante I in case anybody doesn't have access to him. Where is he? I'll
It's
find
pretty
him.
cool, I
I'll
have to
find him.
admit.
Yeah, I'm glad you like him. I'll find him once I'm done working with you here, Mark. The recommendation I have, just first thing that hit my mind, that's an obvious AI image. You launched with an obvious AI image here, and it's getting better results than your video, which is awesome
Right.
to see. It looks like we're getting positive results here. I think I'm pretty happy with this ad. I would recommend taking it to Ideogram. I'll put that link in the chat. I believe it's ideogram.ai. I don't remember. Just go to Google. You can type in ideogram. Ideogram is by far the best when it comes to real pictures that look like real and true and not AI. So you did great. You spun up an image. You launched the image. You're seeing good results with that. I would then, we're just trying to make everything better, right? We're trying to iterate on top of. You can make another ad in this ad set because we've learned that you make a campaign, you make an ad, and inside of that ad, here's what you should really run. Can I just give you the real framework here?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, we should have one campaign. In that campaign, we should have one ad set, which you have so far. Inside of our ad set, we should have one ad. That ad should be a flex ad. I think that's what it's called, a flex ad. Flex ads,
Okay.
you can add multiple assets to, multiple creatives. So you have one campaign going to one ad set with one ad that is a flex ad. In the flex ad, you put 3 videos and 2 images, and you let Facebook run that.
Okay.
If you want to start iterating on top of that, you make a new flex ad, 3 different videos, 2 different images. You're doing great here, Mark, in just launching and doing and getting the data because so far we've found one image that results. You're getting closer to being able to do that framework, but honestly, that's the best framework right now in the Facebook landscape as it lays today. If you can run one campaign to one ad set to one flex ad, 3 videos, 2 images, put a daily spend. You want your daily spend to be as much as possible to give Facebook the most amount of data to get it out of learning mode, learning your customer, and just getting you right in front of your actual dream customers. That's the game right now.
So before I forget, where are you going to post this video? Because I'm gonna want to rewatch our conversation.
I'm gonna get the link for you
All
right
right, cool.
now. Is
Um,
this for today? 114. I got you. I'm putting it in the chat right now.
all right, cool. Um, and you know that should be fairly easy for me to pull off because I've already done 9 different versions of the ads for this. Um,
Oh, great. So
so
yes, you can
yeah,
just take your best performing stuff, clean it up as much as possible, like your images, take them to ideogram.
okay,
Make everything as clean and proper as you can. all of your call to actions, in Facebook, it'll say, what do you want your button to be? Or what do you want your call to action should be? That should also be learn more.
Okay.
Cool. Yep. Take your best stuff, make it as clean as possible, and then run that program.
Okay. So when I'm changing it, let's see the ad, I'm going to change it to a flex ad here. Is that where I'm doing that? No,
I would
sorry.
probably I would probably just make a new ad
A
in
new
the
ad.
ad set.
Okay. 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 Gotcha.
Correct.
Okay. Um, all right. That gives me a little bit of guidance there then. So I was kind of a little bit of a different question, unless there's somebody else that has a question. Um, kind of moved everybody off of my screen so I could see my page here. But
You're good. You're the last
um,
hand, Mark.
okay, cool. The question is, I guess, I was also going to work on putting together a squeeze page just for the purpose of collecting email addresses and being
Mhm.
able to have a database. I've really, I mean, until I've gotten to this course, I've really spent zero effort at all trying to develop any kind of a mailing list.
Mm.
Um, I know that you guys are always like, work on your funnel until you've gotten $1 million out of it, and I'm just curious what your perspective is on that, and some of the other items that you guys were talking about too, like the subscriptions and the other products and that sort of thing. I mean, what are your thoughts on doing some of those other things while we're still trying to fine tune this?
Great question, Mark. You don't have a business if you don't have MRR, monthly recurring revenue. You might
My
have,
business is basically built on that. I mean, I do accounting and bookkeeping and financial reporting and a number of other finance related things for small business owners. So I like to describe everything that I do as an annuity based type of a thing, right?
yep,
But so it's all recurring for me. But obviously, my whole point in being here is to make that a much bigger recurring number, right?
great. Yes. Um, so my thoughts on that are 1,000,000% yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn actually, you know what? I can just stop your screen share really quick.
Okay.
Cool. And I can turn my video on so you can see. Uh Gotta talk value ladders for a quick moment.
Sure.
A typical value ladder would have like 5 steps in it. We're gonna just worry about the first three. Free lead magnet, low price point product, front end product, as we call them. These are front end low price products that we can drive traffic to and share with our free list to get them to become buyers in our world. So we have free product, front end, or lead magnet, excuse me, proper terminology. Lead magnet, front end product, core offer. This is your $2,000 thing that you're selling in the webinar. That's it. Focus on those 3 steps until you get that funnel to $1 million. Yes, because that funnel is just that one offer in your business. Your business has multiple offers, and each offer really has its own value ladder, right? Its own thing. You probably have multiple customers you can help with multiple services, right?
Sure.
Yeah, so each service is really its own value ladder, its own bundling of products, its own logical step for customers. So for this offer and for this funnel, leads, front end products, core offer. Those are the only 3 things we need to focus on. Because in a perfect world, Mark, and we're only going to run ads. Sorry, I'm jumping over a lot. I'm just super excited today.
Okay.
We're only going to run ads to our first 2 steps in the value ladder. When your
So are you
webinar is
saying I
pumped,
shouldn't run ads to the webinar?
you no, you can. And because you're coming into OFA, you absolutely can.
Okay.
Typically, years past, it would be run ads to your lead magnet, run ads to your front end product, and that's the traffic you're going to use to fill your webinar. You're going to use
Okay.
that traffic, which is pretty close to free, right? You pay like 8 cents per lead, 18 cents per lead. You break even on your front end products or you generate a little profit. Then through your own emailing and marketing to them, you get them registered to the webinar. You use that traffic to tweak and test your webinar to get it perfect. And once your webinar is rocking, then you run ads to it.
Okay.
In your case, you took OFA, so you kind of have a fast track. You can also run ads to your webinar, but that's the perfect world, Mark. You have a great lead magnet. You're running ads to a lead magnet. You're getting people opting in for 8 cents. You have a nurture sequence that goes along with that lead magnet that nurtures and warms them up for your webinar. They skip the middle step and you go lead magnet right to webinar. Now you're generating these essentially webinar leads for like 8 cents. Same
Okay.
thing on my second step, my front end products. I'm running ads to my front end product, and buyers are buyers are buyers are buyers. We love buyers. We never let them go. People that buy, and buy again. So now you're running ads to target buyers specifically. They buy that front end product. You hit them with a nurture sequence that nurtures them back into your webinar. These people from the buyer step are really hot, they're really primed, and they're buyers, all fueling your webinar. You came through OFA, so you'll also have ads running to your webinar as well. Those 3 steps, that ecosystem, that's it to $1 million.
Okay. Okay. Then another question, maybe a little different as well, is what your thoughts then on a subscription based type of a situation then. Too soon for me to worry about something like that, or should I be working on and what do you know, being that I told you, described my business to you just briefly. I mean, what are your thoughts on subscriptions and how that looks?
I love it. If you don't have
Okay.
MRR in the business, you don't really have a business. So
Right.
as Russell teaches it, it's part of linchpin. Admittedly, I am not an expert on linchpin. I really should learn it more, to be quite honest. It's a fantastic framework. Um, it's got fantastic guts to it too. I haven't studied it in depth like I should have. But continuity is at the bottom of every single value ladder. So, like when somebody comes in for a lead magnet, you typically want to also sell them into like a continuity. Maybe you have a wellness newsletter that goes out every single week. And uh, maybe you have any sort of assets like that, or even if it's $7 a week, to get my wellness program. And in this world of ever changing peptides and GLP-1s and all sorts of medical things happening like crazy, it's really hard to keep up and you don't know what to do and you're not informed on what's even happening to make the right decision. Join my newsletter, stay on top of everything, make the right health decisions for you. $7 a week, right? $7 a month, excuse me. So you want to have continuity. As soon as you can get that claw in those customers, you absolutely want that. If you could get opt-in, when they opt in, the email sequence sells them into your continuity, or even on the opt-in, you might want to put a slow on the thank you page and offer them your continuity right there. You want that continuity grapple in them as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. All right. I think that's all I have. I appreciate the input. Appreciate the input. I'll update the ads very soon, but I'll also get more aggressive with respect to getting a squeeze page out there and the funnels. And I guess, well, you know what, now that I'm mentioning that, I've got an online course teaching my students how to read financial statements. I haven't been doing a very good job of marketing that either, because I kind of got into this course wanting to make sure I could get some of my new employees kind of up to a billable rate or a billable utilization rate that I'm happy with. You feel like that might be a good second tier, second level opportunity, as far as my value ladder is concerned. I've got a lead magnet idea already that I think would be really good.
Okay.
But just, your thoughts.
I'm sorry, remind me the offer I was typing.
Oh, that's okay. Um, I have an online course that teaches students how to read and use their financial statements to help them manage their business, diagnose issues with their business, and to basically become more profitable.
Cool.
So in vain from what you were saying earlier, level 1, lead magnet, free, got it. I've got an idea for that. Should I go level 2? Hey, take the course, that would be the next kind of the next level up. And then my core offering is the full-on accounting, bookkeeping, financial reporting services that we provide. And then obviously level 4, 5, 6, whatever it is beyond what we're worried about right now. But
Cool. Got it. So lead magnet, let's say it's a free calculator.
yeah.
Lead magnet pushes to basically a profit audit. That profit audit should be $47 to $97, somewhere in that price point, just depending on your offer, depending on the value that you can provide to the customer. Remember, what's a product worth? It's worth what I can get somebody to pay the most for it, right? The market
Sure.
establishes value. So 47 to 97, somewhere in there, depending on the value that you can make. And then, yes, in a perfect world, somebody that comes in on that slow, well, really, you just want your value ladders to be concise, right? So as long as all of this is feeding into itself, like I show you, and I believe it is, let's just run through it really quickly. I give you a free calculator, let's say, and it shows you your financial future. And then I offer you a course where you can take control of your financial future. And then my final product, your webinar product, is what? Remind me. Excuse me.
It's the core product is the done for you accounting, bookkeeping, and financial reporting.
Okay, cool. That works. That works for now. Typically, sorry, one moment. Have I shared with you the offer hierarchy before?
Yeah.
Okay, typically, when we hit this third step, my webinar, and this is exactly how Russell's done it too, so hopefully it'll help you kind of connect dots as you go through. Typically, the hierarchy of crafting offers is DIY, DWY, DFY. Oops, let me just type that in chat for everybody. DIY, oops. Oh my gosh, I can't type. DIY, DWY, DFY. Do it yourself, done with you, done for you. So your 1997 product, your core offer would be a do-it-yourself. Just like Russell sells Clickfunnels, the software you need to do the thing, and then the knowledge you need to do the thing in courses and training, and then the tools you need to do the thing in Guru, in funnel scripts, and custom AI softwares. He makes an offer for a do it yourself. You want to build an online business, here's everything you need to do it yourself. Then that's the core offer. That's what everybody buys. From there, OTO1, the first upsell. Remember, at each step in the value ladder, there's a funnel with multiple steps that we take people through. Here, your front end, your low price. You have a flagship product, but then you have an OTO1 and an OTO2 and maybe even an OTO3, right? There's multiple funnel steps at each step in the value ladder. So at this step, your webinar, sorry, let me get my chat out of the way. At this step, your webinar, you have your core offer. Do it yourself. Everybody buys this and they have the knowledge, information, tools, and training to get the results themselves. The upsell number one, the next upsell is done with you. And we do this in a group format. Hey, do you want to come in and I'll do the thing with you. Join my 30-day program, my VIP program, join my 3-month accelerator class, right? Where now they get access to a community or a forum or a place. We've called these membership sites forever in ClickFunnels, membership funnels, where now they get a place where you maybe go live once a week and you teach the things that you're talking about. You might just do a wide open Q&A like this. Literally show up once a week, have people come in a group format, and you just go wild answering questions that people have about the training, the DIY that everybody took. So that's DWY. The next and the highest tier that you charge for, the highest price point, do it yourself might be $19.97. Done with you might be $29.97 to $5,000, somewhere in there. And you charge the highest for DFY. If somebody says no to done with you, well, then you take them to upsell number 2, done for you. Hey, do you want me to just do these services for you? And that's what we charge our real high ticket for. That's the $10,000 to $25,000 programs where you become like their accountant doing done for you services. So you're kind of going right into done for you on your core offer, which honestly, I'm not fully against. You probably chose that because that's something you've done for a while. You feel really competent and confident with it, and you'd be happy to do it and make customers doing it. Is that correct?
Yeah, I guess my philosophy has always been with respect to clients, they've got no business at all touching their books because they screw it up.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
I concur.
but
You're right. I should
you're
never touch
you're
mine. I've
giving
ruined it
me
every
some really
time.
good idea. It doesn't mean I shouldn't I mean, I agree with you though. I mean, if we can teach them and then ultimately do it. Yeah, no, I get the latter, and it's not a bad idea at all. I mean, I think it's a wonderful way to get in a lot more doors, I guess. And also kind of help to grow those businesses, because that's really one of the things that I strongly believe is that financial information is one of those tools that can really help small business owners grow their businesses. So,
Mhm.
if they're not able to afford us at done with you or done for you, then we can help them on the DIY side. So, but no, okay,
Correct.
cool.
But
Yeah.
Mark, that might be a whole kind of restructuring of the offer that you've worked so hard on to create right now. All of your slides, your
Mhm.
offer, your funnel, it's all for the done for you. So it's
Right.
okay if you were like, I have this, I want to run it. And if you
Right.
still wanted to do this, especially like while you might be reworking your offer now, do it yourself, done with you,
Yeah.
adding those in, really looking at your value. Feel free to just start this now because I'm sure at the price point you're offering your services at, it's an absolutely steal and it's probably great value, and you probably still can generate sales once we nail the ads and the conversions.
Yeah. Well, it's as far as the thing problem I have is that the webinar is a book to call webinar, right? Every client is different. No business is created equally. So the services that I render to my clients, those price points vary from business to business. So,
Mhm.
um, eventually what I do is I get them on a call, or get them on a call and go through their books with them and that sort of thing. So let me, it kind of brings me to another question, because I can't remember if it was you that asked. So if I'm asking this a second time, forgive me, but the thought of actually um, charging for the review of their accounting records, and I can't remember the exact, was it maybe it was a deposit or something. Anyway, thoughts on actually charging and maybe even issuing the purchaser a report on the condition of their books,
Are
right?
you talking about your webinar right now or your front end product?
Yes, the
Webinar.
webinar.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I think what you're yes, I know your question. Yes, you should ask for a deposit because what you're doing is webinar and then giving away time again in doing these one-on-one consultations. And you don't want to
right.
have to sell again in the call. You want the call to be all delivery, all fulfillment.
Mhm,
Absolutely, you nailed it, my friend. Ask for a deposit. 10 to 20% of the total price. You have a
mhm.
deposit that they pay in the webinar, and that unlocks your scheduler where you make their custom plan for them.
So I guess what I was going for was that at least that way I could update my webinar in such a way where I had something I could sell at a fixed price.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
because
So let's say it's
that's the
it's
logistical
197.
complication, right? It's like you want to stop selling at some point and actually get the credit card. And right now the system,
Right.
we get them to a webinar where we sell them on our services. They pay a deposit where they show us that they're a good customer, and we weed out the nonsense customers that are a waste of our time. So now we have great customers, but then we still have to get on a call with them. We still have to make the specific plan specific for their business. Then we have to get on a a call with them. Then on that call, we're still going to have to sell them again because we only got a deposit. So now we have to present the plan and we have to sell them, and that gets our full payment. It's like a four-part sale when we just want one, right?
Mhm.
So yes, and I wonder if I could maybe challenge your thinking just a skosh here. You could look at funnels and you could look at business the way that you did, where every business is different. Yes, if I was going to give business funnel services, I could say every funnel is different. And before I take on a funnel client, I need to talk to them to figure out the ad campaign because I look at funnels as frameworks and it's the same framework every time. I need to advertise, get people to a funnel, get the funnel to convert, and then fulfill automatically to them. And that also upsells them into the business. Like that's the three steps to funnel: traffic, funnel, fulfill, and upsell. It's not different for every business. It's the same. Yeah, the ad creative inside of traffic, the creative that I use, the copy that I have, the angle that I market the product and the customer I align with, sure, those are different from business to business, but on a conceptual teaching level, on a grand scale, I just teach traffic and I teach the people to be able to come up with their own creative, to be able to make their own ads. I just teach the funnel. So I just say all that
Okay.
to say I wonder if there's a different way to look at this and if we can make more of an overarching framework that all businesses can and should plug into just like we did, where funnels are the framework that you
Mhm.
should plug into. And if you want to run funnels in your business, this simple $1,997 investment shows you exactly how. I just have to wonder.
Okay.
I know in financial services, it can be more difficult to do that. Like I was going to share with you earlier, have you seen boomingbookkeeping.com?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but that's totally different. That's a guy teaching people how to become marks, how to become their own bookkeeper and
Yeah.
provide services to people. So
Right.
that's such a simple, it's a framework just like I shared. Acquire
Right.
the leads, make a post on Facebook, get leads, sell them the service, deliver and fulfill the service. Once you fulfill the service, here's the next things you can offer them as an upsell and retainers, right? It's a simple system that they can follow. I'm consider me financially illiterate, honestly. I'm the worst when it comes to that. Anyway, if there's a way that you could framework or systematize this, it absolutely would be the way. Because now you have one solid offer that everybody comes into. You never, no more webinars to calls, no more trading time on this step. Your steps 4 and step 5, these are where you spend your time now with these people who came in for your framework and then wanted to purchase the done for you services. Does that make sense?
Think so. I think so. So I guess kind of going back to the call then for a second. Um, you're okay on a deposit. Got it.
Absolutely.
Um, then my thought on that then is if they decide not to go with me, hey, listen, I still gave them tremendous value in not only the call, but also in a report that they get. I'm keeping the deposit. Yes or no?
I wouldn't start that way because you just actually nailed it, Mark. Reciprocity is a very real
Okay.
thing amongst human beings. People don't realize it, but all human beings feel reciprocity inside of them when someone does something good for them. Even
Okay.
somebody who might be in the throes of addiction,
Okay.
reciprocity is still felt amongst humans. So when you do an amazing presentation, when you go to that call and you give them a custom financial plan and your exact roadmap, so many people are going to be happy with that. That as long as your deposit is 10 to 20% of the full price, they'll probably be really happy with that and they probably won't ask for their money back on that. Pull back the curtain just a skosh here for you. I was having a conversation with Trey about physical events, and Trey did really great physical events back in the day. And he ran his events this exact same way. Get people to register to come to an event. You just take a deposit to be able to come to the event. At the event, he pitched a high ticket offer, high ticket business coaching. If they took the event, their deposit was already given into that exact price. So they only had to make up the difference. For everybody else, refunds were granted. However, nobody ever asked for them. You just make it where somebody has to ask for the refund. You don't ever say, hey, do you want your refund? You just say, 100% refundable. Just contact us at. You put it on the funnel, you never talk about it again. And most times, nobody ever asks for it because they feel they feel like you serve them still, and that reciprocity truly takes over. So I would not start with that. If you found that your time was being abused too much and you couldn't tweak the funnel or the copy, and if you couldn't like, if the quality of leads you were getting in was so low value, you would have to add friction, right? Maybe increasing the deposit, maybe adding an application after you fill in the deposit, you're going to get an application. Fill this out. You make like a 10 to 12 question application. If the leads are terrible quality, you add friction to try and weed out the bad quality so you're only serving the good quality. So, but I would do that afterwards, Mark. Initially, I would just make an amazing offer. I would make it refunds. If at any time you're unhappy with anything or do not want to continue, you just email my team at whatever.com, and no questions asked. We'll be happy to give the refund back to you. I'm just trying to eliminate all the roadblocks and all the hurdles so you can take action in your life and actually get the success that you want. When you sit awake at night and you look up at the ceiling, I know what you're looking at because I used to look there. I just want to remove all hurdles and roadblocks for you guys today. If you want to get started, click the link down below.
Gotcha. Okay. So another question, if I change it in that, well, not when I change it to go to a deposit type situation, I'm gonna want to update my webinar slides to kind of match that, or how does that work?
Yep.
Okay.
100%. So there's the final stack slide, and you're just going to tweak the final stack slide and any other pricing slides that come after that.
Oh, I don't have any pricing because it's all book to call, right? So,
all those book to call, all the call to actions, right? Where you would have anywhere in the slides, go here, do this, take this action, change it all to deposit, change it all to the order form where they're going to go and make that deposit. And it's your
understood. All right, that's easy. Okay.
Yeah, it's your stack slide. At the end, you're going to go, so when you buy
I was afraid you just updated my entire half hour at the end of the webinar. So that was my concern.
It's just the final stack slide.
Got it. No, I'm with you.
Build the stack over 30 minutes, but that final slide where you hit them with the value. When you invest today, you're going to get this and this and this and this and this and this. Normally, this would be valued at this much, but today I'm not going to charge you that. I'm only going to charge you this. That's where you say the price today is 10 to 20%, whatever that works out to. You say, gang, I'm only going to charge you this. All you need to do is sign up and make a small deposit to show me that you're serious about this, and my team is going to receive that, and we're going to go ahead and put together a custom consultation for you. We're going to make an exact business plan, custom tailored to your exact business. That's also going to unlock a private scheduler of mine. So once you invest in that small one-time deposit, that gets you into our system, and the work starts immediately today. We're going to reach out. We're going to have a call within 72 hours of this booking, or we can move it to next week, whatever works best for you. And we're going to get started today. And your deposits are going to be put into the price of the actual payment itself. So all you have to do to get started today is have a small deposit, and you can fill that out at www.boom. That's it. That one stack slide right there. You present the offer to them, and then of course anything thereafter. You don't want to mention book a call anymore. It's all just go here, fill out a deposit.
Got it. All right, cool. Well, you're giving me a lot. I'm gonna have to probably replay this section of the video about 20 times to make sure I've assimilated everything into my being here.
You want to see something really cool, Mark?
Yes.
Can I show you guys something? All right. All right. We're gonna go to, you gotta go away. Please excuse my mess. I've just been going. Oh my goodness, Anne. Anne, please reach out to our support team. Anne's a VIP member and didn't have the link. And you should have access to a private VIP community. I have that link plastered all over that community. But if you're having a hard time getting in there, please get with support right away. They will get you that link. Good to see you again, Anne. Let's get you in here tomorrow. We'll do big things as always. So check this out, gang. I'm going to just go here and here. And let's just say any old other video. Let me go hop in. Let's say this one. Okay. You can always go to here. Oh, nice. They changed it up. No, they changed it up a little bit. Ah, here. If you go to the description of any video on YouTube and you open up the description, go to the very bottom and it'll give you an exact transcript. This might take a little while, but you can literally get an entire transcript of this call. Feel free to go to your section of the call and then we can copy everything down below because this is what I talked to you about. Now we have the copy, we have the text, we have the words that I said to you. From here, I would go to Google and I'm going to hop down to Notebook LM. Notebook LM is fantastic. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to now create new. I can search the web for sources, or like for instance, if you ever want to take a whole YouTube video, copy the URL of the YouTube video itself, then you can hop over to Notebook LM. You can literally give it the website and you could just paste in here the YouTube URL. I'm not going to. I'm just going to stick with the copy for this text, but I do this all the time. I take my own video. This is how I train my AIs. I take my YouTube source, I upload that YouTube source to Notebook LM. In this case, we're going to go to copy text. I'm going to paste the text in here. I'm now going to insert. I have a bunch of great studio tools on the right-hand side that I can use. First off, I have just an AI text I can talk with about the conversation that this thing is trained on right now. Only the text that I put in, only the text I put into it. I don't know about you guys. I hate when AI starts pulling in other resources and things that it's using to make the decision because I'm like, the decision you're making is dumb. In this case, it's only looking at the things that I trained it on in this conversation. So you can go over here and you can do a lot of cool stuff. You can just conversate with it and say, what should this be? What should this be? What do I do here? You could go in there and say, make this into a checklist for me so I can start implementing right now. There's really great things you can do over here though. Especially if you use YouTube, you can turn the YouTube video into an overview. You can make flashcards and quizzes on it. So like if you actually find something valuable that you're like, ooh, that, I really want to learn that right there. Maybe some of the ecom math that Trey has shared with us in the past. Maybe some of the conversion metrics that Trey has learned. You can go to my channel, take the video itself, put it here in Notebook LM, create your own flashcards and quizzes on the thing, and literally learn. But one of the favorite things inside of there is an audio overview. This literally turns the content into a podcast itself. And it's a pretty cool feature. You can choose for the podcast to have one host or two hosts, and they're having a podcast on only the specific information I've trained them on right here. It's such a cool tool. So, does that all make sense, Mark? Do you have any questions on that?
No, sir. Got it all.
Sweet.
Because I can refer back to the video.
Yep. Refer back to the video. You always can use this to make simple checklists and
Yeah, of
whatever
course. No,
else you
love
might
it.
need.
This is
We're
awesome.
flying.
Awesome. All right, cool.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
You got it, Mark. I'll let you go. Hopefully you have some time. Maybe you can get another question into John there. But great stuff today. Thanks for letting me talk so much.
Right. See you later.
Absolutely. All right, gang. Whew. Scott, my brain is melting. Talk about trying to drink through a fire hose, right? Gosh, such a good session though today, gang. Great questions, great work, everybody. I mean, we've really these past 2 or 3 weeks, really since the last 2 weeks of December, to be honest, been pumping. You guys are doing great. You're doing the thing. You're hitting new hurdles and roadblocks, and I can always tell that because of the questions that you bring to me. You know, OFA is the one funnel away challenge. Excuse me. The one funnel away challenge is quite light right now, to be perfectly honest. We normally have hundreds, if not thousands, of people, and right now we have dozens. So if you're just watching right now, I know we have a lot of you that love to watch in the streams and love to learn, and we love to have you. A rising tide raises all ships here in OFA. But if you've been on the sidelines watching, I just want to throw out a quick open invite. There has never been a better time to come in. There has never been a better time to join the VIP. I have so much free time available as far as these calls go, as far as after these calls and answering questions and just being able to serve and help you guys get over hurdles and actually achieve the things that you're dreaming of, that you're thinking of, truly making your dreams a reality that you live every single day, taking the real true first step to the things that we want to do. There has never been a better time. There really truly hasn't. So if you've just been on the sidelines, if you've been watching, learning, growing, waiting, I'd love to give you a little soft nudge, push you over the edge. Gang, go to onefunnelaway.com and please make sure to join VIP. There's a little button on the order form. You take OFA and then check that you want to become a VIP. You get to choose your start date time. So maybe you're like, hold on, Dante, I love that little nudge. Thanks a lot for it. But I'm not quite ready. I need another week or two. That's perfectly fine. When you upgrade to VIP, you get to choose your start time. So no more taking inaction. Let's make this a time of massive action. For all of our VIPs that are here, you guys are amazing. Super proud of you. I really, truly am. Keep going, keep doing the things. Let's have an amazing rest of our day today. Let's get some great work done. Let's hit a couple hurdles. Let's bring those in tomorrow. We'll smash those hurdles and we'll get back to doing big things. Awesome. Awesome. I will let you guys go for now. You have an amazing